Hello and welcome to the channel. Hey, we had an awesome chance to go up in an R44 thanks to our friend Rob. A six-cylinder, super bad to the bone helicopter. And here he is pulling it out. And of course, a shot of me in the airplane. You can see winter in the background. And then here we are just hovering at first. Once we got up and did our thing, he actually let me do about 95% of the flying, which was super cool. So we hovered and then we sat back down here real quick, just kind of a test flight. And then, of course, then we took off and ended up doing, probably at least a good hour, I would think. And, of course, here we are hovering some more. His hangar is right next to the Flying 20. You can see the Flying 20 on the door sign there, and of course there's the other sign, so they have a club, of course, out here at Springfield Capitol. And I think we are, there we go, now we're taking off toward the grass. The string on there, it actually tells us if we're flying straight ahead or if we're off a coordinated flight, which I thought was kind of interesting. So we hovered over the grass here for a minute as he made his call, and of course it was after 4 o'clock on Sunday, so we just used the CTAF frequency and hovered around a little bit, and then of course then we were off. So you can see our airspeed starting to climb there. Of course now we're probably 50, 100 feet off the ground. See, the altimeter is the lower left one there, so it would say we're probably, there we go, that's about, yeah. So now we're taking off. You can see us heading out over Springfield, just north of the airport. Some mini storage, that sort of thing. We have should be coming up on the treatment plants, but I think as I remember, we made a right and went over the state fair. But you can see we're probably, oh goodness, I can't imagine we're higher than 500, 600, 700 feet. So it was really cool just to fly that low for that long. Here we are going, of course, over the state fairgrounds. And see the big track there, of course. And I think Tamara called this place the Haunted Hollow down there to the left. See what that is. Too bad the fair is not going to happen this year, so I know a lot of people are upset about that, but it is what it is. So it would look like we are, let's see, 100, 200, or about 300 feet high right now. Isn't that amazing? Not very high, so keeping an eye out for towers and that sort of thing. And you can see altimeter about 400 feet now. Here we are out just east of Rochester. There's a tower there to our left, and we're going to circle around that tower, and then we should be coming up on downtown Rochester. Here we are. There's the track for Rochester, and you'll start to see, of course, the water tower, and we're looking at the high school there. A great shot of it. I was able to call the wife, and so she came out, and the house, it's to the right in the middle of the screen right now with all the big trees around it. That's our house, and unless you get out away from the trees, you can't really see anything. And so these are all the houses that surround our house, and you can see, of course, there's the shop in the back, neighbor's pool, neighbor's house. Just now catching a glimpse of our pool, and the back of the house there. Pretty soon you should be able to see Tamara waving. She's going to come running out the rocks right there to the left of your screen, and waving her arms and all that good stuff. So, of course, we circled around there for a while, and boy, what a great, and there's a good shot of the front of the house, of course. Imagine we did this for a while. Saw them several times. It was kind of funny because when we flew over, there was some strange man that I couldn't recognize in the yard, and it was actually my neighbor, so it turned out okay. I was trying to figure out who is at my house right now, and I'm not there, right? And so, yeah, and there we are going around the side again, making the circles over and over. And I think, oh yeah, now he kicked it back to the other side because I think Winter couldn't see, so we kicked it back to the right. Here we go, now she can see what's going on. Here I am flying. Like I said, he let me do a lot of the flying. We did a bunch of takeoffs and landings and hovering and all kinds of stuff. It was really cool. Definitely the coolest thing I've ever done by far. Just some more shots of Springfield. This is winter. Actually, I think that's spring. No, that was winter. Okay, winter. You can see the stick kind of rests in your lap, which is really nice. It's really comfortable. Here's Lake Springfield. And here's Grana's house. Winter tries to do a quick zoom in, but there it is. There's a good shot of Lake Springfield, the power plant. We had Gander Mountain just a second ago. Of course, there's the Springfield Water Tower. Autumn in her new car.
What is
Super
it?
happy about it. This is
Are you
Bo.
scared?
He was all freaked out in the back seat because we went through the car wash. So here's Bo getting all freaked out because the car wash is a strange and new environment. And let's see, what do we have our next shot? I think we have more flying coming up. Yeah, here we go. Oh, here we go. This is a shot of, once we get past Bo here, this is a shot of me and Tamara. I just thought it was a great shot. But then back to the belly cam. Not my belly, but the belly cam on the bottom of the airplane. Just in case you were confused there. Here we are, taking off. And see the shock starting to depress, and there it is, a little bit of lift, and boom, there we go. Okay, so this is Decatur, I believe. You can tell it's Decatur because when we take off, there's not much out there, just a bunch of country, and they have a configured airport, which is kind of interesting. One thing that is nice about them, though, is their proximity of the airport to the lake. It's right next to the lake, so when you fly in, you get to fly directly over the lake, and of course that's always a special treat. Here we are out in the countryside of Decatur. Okay, so we just took off from Decatur. This is actually the approach into Decatur also, which I thought was just real pretty. You can see the Lake Decatur, and that's kind of the approach coming in. That's what makes it so nice about landing there, is you get to go fly low over the lake. Of course, here's me doing a takeoff again, and that looks like 3-1 there. Nice sunny day. Super nice, holding it level. Had to reach down and open up the vent, get all the air going in there, a little warm. Actually, you'll see in the next one of the next shots, I got myself a fan, and boy, it makes it really comfortable inside the airplane. Definitely appreciate the fan action. And our next shot, we actually have a guest in the shot. This is Matt. Him and his good friend Brock, and then another friend of mine, Wes, took one of the Decatur trips with us. And well, you can see I'm wiping sweat off my brow because it's hot in the airplane that day, which is why we have to have a fan. And all right, and then here's Matt Baker with his fresh hairdo. And I think we are taking off. Yeah, we took off. This is from Springfield. This is going to Decatur, so a couple different shots here. We got airspeed is alive. There's 60, 70, right about at 80, starting to pull back. We had a full load of guys in the airplane that day, so I think I brought it all the way up to 85, just to give myself a little wiggle room. Lots of lift there. Back of the head's looking good, Matt. Got them fresh frosted tips, I see. So, anyway, Matt's a good guy. Congratulations, he got a cool scholarship. And part of the Autumn's good friends there as well. And so, coming into the shot next, of course, we're still just barely leaving the airport there. I think we were making sure to get all the vents on because it is hot in the airplane that day. Till we had the fan going, which you'll see in one of these shots. Now this is Wes coming up. Wes was in the right seat for the takeoff from, of course, I think this is Springfield. Yeah, he was in the right seat for Springfield takeoff. So you can see we had a little crosswind there to the left, it would appear. So holding that aileron down a little bit on that left. There we go. There's the rotate. And off we go. Get some altitude. See that speed. Maintaining about 80 or 90. Like I said, we did have a full airplane that day, so just had to, take that into account as you're flying. And, but Piper does a good job, even with 4 people in it. It has no problems at all. I feel more comfortable running my approach speed up an extra 5 just to make sure. And let's see. Alright. There's Wes. Wes was all super excited about the ride in the airplane. It's good to have him. And then we're going to almost to the next clip. There we are. Okay. Yeah, a little bit of a bank. We're going back. And in our next shot, you'll see the belly cam, which is, I believe this was the takeoff from Decatur, from the belly. Going around to the left for some reason there. Don't remember exactly what we were looking at. Pretty remote between Decatur and Springfield, of course. And here's belly cam shot again. This belly cam is for Bill. I know he loves the belly cam. And of course, dropping the hammer there. See full throttle. And there's the takeoff. Alright, the rotation. And we can see that is Springfield. There's the terminal off to our right. A couple 100 feet there. Holding her level. And see the old 1836 there. There's 18. That's the runway that doesn't get used much anymore. Kind of out of commission. Although they will let you land on it when the tower is in service. So every now and again. We are banking to the right. We just took off on 3-1. So now we're headed more north. You can see the Sangamon River down there too. Pretty day. Sangamon's a pretty curvy river. And I think that's the golf course. Yeah, there's the golf course down the lower right. Little water feature in the middle of that golf course. I know I've lost a few golf balls in there from time to time. You can imagine. And Seems like this is after we had a heavy rain, so I do see a lot of water on the ground in the field. And now we're getting ready to come back into Springfield. The belly cam. You can see the shadows starting to catch up with us. There's Veterans Parkway. And of course the mini storage and all that stuff. It looks like we're at full flaps there. Got all the flaps in. And just a nice steady 1900 RPMs, 500 feet a minute drop. And there it is. There's a nice, and flare off, get all that energy off before you touch down. And there it is. Okay. And as soon as you get on the ground, take them flaps out, start slowing the airplane down. Here we go. Looks like this is a, okay. You gotta turn off. Back to Charlie. There's the tower off to our right. And here's Matt and me. On approach. Final. That one is Decatur. We're landing in Decatur right now. Just came in over the lake. That's a nice easy landing day. Doing good. It's always nice when you have people in the airplane and you can keep everything nice and soft, like Grandma's in the back seat. That's what my old flight instructor Dave used to always say. And then here's Wes and I on final for 3-1 here in Springfield, I believe. And so you'll see a lot of the same features coming in. Looks like I just pulled in the last remaining notch of flaps there. Just realized what a difference it makes to have that fan in the airplane when it's a warm day. Here we are, looking good. Got good airspeed. Hand on the throttle. Just settling in. Letting all the energy. Nice flare there. Holding it back, holding it back. And there's the touch right. Oh. There it is. Okay. And the flaps come out. That's the trick. Take the flaps out as soon as you get on the ground. Load that airplane back up. Gotta get the door open. Get some air in there too. Whew. Okay. Awesome. And then it looks like our next shot, I'm by myself. I think this was today. No, that wasn't today. I wasn't wearing that hat today. This is another day. And I can recognize Springfield there on approach. Looks like 3-1. Yep, there we go. Easy landing on 3-1. Should have kept my hand on that throttle, but I took it all the way out. So there you go. You can all criticize me for my bad habit there. Alright, just kidding. Okay. And looks like we got a belly cam coming up. And of course get that door open. Cool it off. Alright, there's our belly cam. See, looks like we got either 2/3 or full flaps. Looks like full flaps to me. And coming in for, let's see what we got here. 3-1. Should be 3-1. Coming in over the grass. Yep, there we go. Full flaps, then the flare. Okay, nice and easy. That would have made Grandma happy in the back seat. Alright, good. One thing, I thought this was cool. You'll see it in the next shot. Doing a little rollout here. Was the life flight helicopter took off right next to us, so it was just super cool. See him take off. Of course, a turbine helicopter, different than the piston-driven that we rode in. And if you haven't had a chance yet, please like our video. Please subscribe to the channel. We'll continue to post aircraft takeoffs and landings and all that kind of thing. Yeah, so we definitely appreciate that. We appreciate the likes. Slowly growing. That's slow growth. We can do it. We can do explosive growth too. So, so here's a helicopter. Just started hovering there, and then he rotated. You can see right about there. He cranks in the power and just goodbye. Yeah, he's gone real quick. That thing. There it is. Bye-bye. I thought this was a really cool airplane. Was kind of meandering around by the thing. And again, God bless. We'll talk soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe.